Okay, so what I'm going to do, we're going to set this up. Okay, so we're in Ads Manager now, all right? And in this case, our objective is to create a pixel for Smart Financial, which we need to send to, because we don't control this page, it's the affiliate page. And the good thing here, because you have this connection through AffLabs, if you were to promote another offer, it may be a little bit harder to get them to place the pixel on the actual offer page as well as the conversion page. That's why with Smart Financial, when you apply, Janae will email you and you basically have to send her back the pixels that the pixel, all right? So this is how we do it. We want to go to Assets, Events. That's weird. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is go to Web Events and Manage, okay? Because that's what we're tracking web events. If we were doing app install offers, that would be different, but we're just focusing on web events, right? That's what 99% of people will be doing. Okay, so I created an example the other time, but I'm going to do it again. So set up web events. So we're going to create a pixel. So you want to create a pixel name. I'm just going to put auto example. And what we're going to choose here is the TikTok pixel. Okay. This is a little bit more advanced. We don't need to worry about that at the moment. Let's click on next. Okay. There's two ways to install the pixel. Automatically set up via web events, via partner platforms. That's if you're using something like Shopify or something like that. In this case, we're not using Shopify. If you are, I'd recommend using that because it would be easier. But in this case, it's better to learn how to do it manually because it will help you in the future. So manually install pixel code. Let's choose that. Let's go to next. Okay. So there's two things here. Again, if you're a little bit advanced, you can use custom code. Okay. In this case, I would recommend everyone just go into Event Builder because it's going to allow us to create the different events easier. And what the events are things like, page view, button clicks, add to cart, sign-ups, sales, right? These are all known as conversions or events that we want to track. So we're going to click next. Okay, so there's two things that we need to take note of here. The first is the pixel code. And this is very important because this is the thing that is going to need to be pasted on the pages that we want to track events on. So all you're going to do is copy pixel code. You're gonna just take note of it. Let's just pixel code. Let's just paste that. Okay, so that paste. I'm just gonna clean up that text a little bit here in the text editor. Okay, so I've got the code there. Okay, now this is what's known as the base code, which is the code that it's one code that needs to be placed in the header section of any site where you want to track any event. Okay, all you need to do is make sure this code is installed, because the next section, TikTok have actually made it pretty easy for us. We don't actually need to create another code to generate, to track different events. So what we're going to do now is we just go down here. It tells you where it needs to be placed. We don't need to worry about that for Smart Financial, because Janae is going to be the one placing it in on on our land, on the affiliate offer page. If you're creating your own landing page, then you'll need to paste this code on your own landing page in the code section. So if you're using a website builder, there should be a section usually that asks says like header codes or header tags, where you can just paste this. It needs to be in the header section, right, of the landing page, or whichever page that you can control the code. So the next part is kind of like optional, right? Automatic advanced matching. I'll just read it out. Automatic advanced matching is used to with your pixel to automatically scan customer information on your website to match web events to TikTok users. This info is hashed and then shared with TikTok to help attribute more conversions to your ads and improve ad retargeting. You can also use manual advanced matching with automatic advanced matching. Okay, so that's a little bit, basically, I would generally recommend to turn it on. It just helps with the algorithm to match more people that are taking the action. So next, basically, we go to next, and we want to now set up the actual events. So TikTok is very interesting because they actually have this cool thing where you can actually track when someone clicks a different element of your website. However, I haven't used that with Smart Financial because we don't necessarily own the page. However, if we did, and I think we still could, but I'm not going to recommend that yet, but just a quick one. We can with this click events section, we're going to be using the keyword URL events, but the click events, just quickly, we can track like when someone clicks on any element of the page. So if someone scrolled down and let's say they clicked on this button here, for example, on this link here, right? We can actually track when someone clicks here. If we were doing a pay-per-call offer, which we haven't gone into yet, that would allow us to track when someone clicks on the call button, which is super powerful because we can then get data to tell TikTok to optimize for people that are going to click that button. When we start going into the pay-per-call offers in this training, this is when things can get to the next level because you get paid for a phone call. However, we'll just keep it basic for now. We're just going to go to URL events, okay? And what URL events are is basically TikTok will track the event based on the URL that the person is on. And all we need to do is enter the URL keyword, okay? So now we're on the event type. So remember, the first event we want to create is the view content or page view. That's when the person lands on, when the person lands on your affiliate link landing page, the page, okay? So this is known as a page view or a view content. So let's select the event type. So you've got all these, add payment, add to cart. We're just going to scroll down and find whatever resonates with someone viewing the page. So here we have, let's see, we can only choose view content, okay? So it means someone's viewed the page. So that's the one that it's going to track and start building up a database of people that have viewed the content. And the reason we want this is because when we initially launch an ad, we're only going to be able to target people who view the content, right? Until we have 50, and then we can go to the next stage. So this part's super important. Destination URL. So there are two ways we can do this. The first is we can enter keywords from the URL. So basically we'll go to this URL here and we just look for a keyword. So in this example, when what you'd need to do here is you'd need to first of all go through your affiliate link to get the right page, but most of the time it will come to this page. So when it comes to here, all we're going to do is we want to find a keyword that's associated with this page, or you could just enter the whole URL. I'm just going to enter the whole URL in this case, just so we're like safe. Okay. Now, advanced settings, event alias. That's basically to help you recognize this event. So I'm just going to put smart financial view content, right? Now, this part's not important for the view content because there's no value assigned here. And what that means is how much is this event worth? In this case, it's a page view. So, I mean, it's not worth anything at this point. If we want to get advanced, we can, but we just leave it blank. Statistic type. Basically, how many times do we want to register that action per user? We just want it once because we don't want to confuse the algorithm. Complete setup. Now I've created the page view event. Now we don't actually need another code for this because the way TikTok is, they will identify, as long as the base code is on that page, they will match that with the URL we gave it, and it will track a view content. Okay. Now it's not going to load anything yet because there's been no actions taken. But what we want to do here is I actually didn't create the second one. I actually want to create the conversion pixel. So okay, I should have created them both at the same one. Not sure why it's not allowing me to create it again. Give me one sec here. Let's just quickly go back to, because I need to create the sign up pixel, right? Obviously, the more events we get, it will show here. Okay, we want to create the sign up event. So hopefully it will allow us to create another event. Here we are. Okay. Add events. So let's do that manually. Same thing as just now. Event builder. Okay, we've already got the code. Next. So this part's we want to click on enter. So we've already got the view content. We want to add a new one. Okay. Now this one, what's it going to be? It's going to be the sign up event when someone converts for you. When someone, right? So we're going to choose, let's see here. So here on TikTok, it's called, you know, we can do click button, we can do all this, but in this, we can do complete registration, right? But in this case, I'm going to choose. I've done both, but I haven't really seen a difference. In this case, I'm going to, let's see, complete. No. Okay. In this case, I'm going to choose submit form. So how do we get that URL? Well, in this case, we're going to actually have to go to the page they land on after they submit the form. So that means we have to kind of go through, and with one of my one-on-one students yesterday, I went through this with him, and we had to like just create a test conversion, and he actually got credited for that conversion in his Smart Financial account, even though it was a test one. So we had to tell her, Janae, that it was a test one. So let's just quickly go through it. And the reason is because we need to get the thank you page. So let's just we'll just enter whatever, right? Next step. What's your name? Test. Mail. That's just whatever. And remember, I'm just doing this just to get a thank you page. Now, if you were doing this for anything else, if the offer, like let's say ClickBank, and you got in touch with the vendor support and they helped you do this, you would still need to make sure they give you the thank you page link, because otherwise you won't be able to track the conversion. Okay, final step. It's a pretty long thing, but I've got to address. Let's do that. Show me my rates. Okay, here we are, finally. So this is what the user sees. This is, for some reason it's not, they've like, maybe they're iframing the page because it's not giving us the thank you page. It should have, if we went through it properly. Give me one sec here. I think there's another link. Give me one sec. I'm just trying to find the other link. Okay, I actually went through my affiliate link and it's taken me to a different offer, but this is just an example, so sorry, please bear with me. Remember, I'm just doing this to get the thank you page. Okay, cool. Okay. All right. So this is taken to the right thank you page. Okay. Because it says thank you at the end. So really, you know, again, we only need to really add in a keyword, but in this example, I would just add in the whole one. Okay. Now in this example, it's a different URL, but it's just an example. Okay, so in this case, this is the most important thing. Okay, so remember, we went through the offer to find the thank you page, which tells TikTok that this event is when the person submits the form. We're going to name this submit form. Now enter a value. This is going to tell TikTok how much that conversion is worth to you. So when you start out with Smart Financial, you're going to get $10. Okay. And again, if you went through and found a car insurance offer on a normal CPA network, you'd probably get $6 or $7, maybe even $5. So we're getting like more than twice because we're working direct. Again, once, and this is going to help with the ROAS reporting within the TikTok platform. So it's going to be like, hey, you spent $100, you made $300. So that's because we're telling them that we're making $10, right? Save. And that's that. The cool thing with TikTok is we don't need to create different codes for different events. It tracks it based on the keyword. All we need to make sure is that that base code that we had here, this base code needs to be on the page that we want to track, if that makes sense. Okay. So I hope that wasn't confusing. That is literally how simple it is to create the TikTok pixel and your different events. You just need to make sure you know the URLs for the events you want to track. So let's go into a Q&A now because, oh, sorry, there's one more thing. Once you have it, once you've sent those that pixel code to Janae and you've created those two events, download TikTok Pixel Helper, which is an app, which is here, okay? And basically what it will do is when she tells you that everything's good to go, you need to go through your affiliate link and go to your affiliate link, go to the home page, go to the first page. So for example, whatever page the affiliate link takes you to, go there first, go to your TikTok Pixel Helper, and you can get it by just typing in TikTok Pixel Helper, and it's a Google a Chrome extension, okay, and it's free. So you need Google Chrome for that, and I'd recommend you get it. It may, I'm not sure if it works on other browsers, maybe it could, but Google it, TikTok Pixel Helper. And when you go through your affiliate link, you want to check for those two events. The first is page view. Okay. Now this isn't my affiliate link, so it's not going to show it. The second, you need to go through the off. Oh no, if you've made note of that thank you page, but I'd recommend going through your affiliate link, filling out the form again, because if you go just to the direct URL, it may not have come through your affiliate link and it may not have your pixel on it. Go through the URL, go to the thank you page, and then click on the Pixel Helper again and see if it shows the submit form pixel, if that makes sense. Okay. So let's go into some Q&A. Courtney, thanks a lot. Yeah, that's 20. Yeah, you can get 20% off PP ads at Spital if you use the code JANIG. And I think you may need to go through my quote unquote affiliate link. And yes, I do get credited. I think they only credit me like 20% anyway. If you do want that, I would say go through I'll just give you that link later because I'm not really worried about that. So let's go through some Q&A. Administrator, I'm still curious who that is. Does the rented agency account can be used to launch multiple campaigns and verticals, or one account can only promote one website? I generally promote one vertical. It can be one vertical and different offers within that vertical because it's a similar audience. I would recommend one account per vertical, if that makes sense. However, because you can actually create multiple pixels within the account, you can technically promote multiple verticals because you see here I've got like 2 pixels. However, I personally would keep one account to one vertical because it could start to look dodgy on the compliance side of things, because TikTok may not like that. On the Justin Hawks, on the Matrix network, it allows you to put the pixel code into the offer it provides space for the offer page and also the conversion page. Yes, Justin. So as we've said, so the way it works is you only need the only code you need is the base code. Okay. Now that base code will be linked to the web events that you set up. The web events, you need to actually know what the thank you page is. So what you actually need to do is you need to ask Matrix for the URL of the thank you page, because when you set up the web events, as we just showed, you know, you'll have, if you do have the base code in the offer page and the thank you page, the conversion page, that's fine. However, you need to, when you set up the web events, it asks you for the URL of that conversion page, if that makes sense. So if Matrix have, like, they do have support, speak to them, tell them that TikTok requires the thank you page URL to fire the conversion, right? So let me know how that goes, Justin. You can obviously message me on the DM. Cynthia, Jeanette also asked for post back. Okay, that's not necessary, okay? So yeah, the email she sends you is kind of a generic template email that they send to everyone. The only thing we need is what we've mentioned here, the creative example and the pixel base code, which is what you create. And then she will know to place that on the offer and the conversion page. Okay, administrator, who are you? Question, need guidance. 1, auto insurance offer approved. Okay, cool. Rented ad agency account approved. Awesome. Got a few old spied videos and remade it as ad creatives. And made a test run at $25 a day. Got 0 conversions so far based on 51 clicks. And CPC is very high from 60. Yeah, so basically, you know, when I'd like to start doing these, I'd like you to potentially follow through on when we actually launch the campaign, and I do it here and I do the tutorials and show you the media buying strategy. You've done it, or you try to do it yourself, and that's fine because it's a great way to learn. There are a couple of questions to ask, okay? What was your targeting? Okay, who did you target? What was the demographic? So it should be 26 and above, I believe, which is what Smart Financial accepts. Was it auto bidding? You know, there's a lot of questions here. I need to, it will kind of take ages to answer that. Maybe if you can message me through the platform, we can chat a little more. Through AFLabs, we can chat a little bit more about that. Now, also, and this is a thing that when we go into the actual media buying strategy side of things, like, how long have you ran the campaign for? Right? 51 clicks is not enough to make a decision. We need, how many ads did you run? Okay. Those 51 clicks, how many ads did each click, how many clicks did each ad have, right? You can't base a number of, if you had, let's say, 10 ads and you have 51 clicks, right? Well, if those 50 clicks were spread out over those 10 ads, and what does that mean? It means you've got very low clicks over the 10 ads, right? That means you've got 5 clicks over 10 ads, for example, and you've made you know, so this is the thing. If you had, if those 51 clicks came through one ad, okay, cool. You may have not spent the same amount, and B, maybe you would have had a conversion, because it's all a game of data and statistical significance. So generally after 50, so let's see if you know that. Could you let me know how many ads, first of all, did you run? So these are the questions that go through my mind when we go through the troubleshooting. And this is why most people fail, because they look at the final number of clicks and what the result should be, but they don't look at what was before that, which was how many ads did they run? Did they get enough clicks through each ad to make a logical decision? Am I still connected here? Can you guys still hear me? Yeah. Yeah, administrator, could you, whoever you are, can you let me know how many ads you ran? Like how many, because I'm trying to help, I'm trying to answer this question for you. Okay, cool. 2 campaigns. Also, what was the objective of that campaign? It must have been was it a conversion campaign? Okay, clicks. Okay. What were you able to select view content as the objective? I'm just waiting for him or her to. Okay, so then that should have been a view content campaign, not clicks. So okay, so basically, yeah. So right. So basically, 4 ads. Okay, so 51 clicks through 4 ads, first of all, is not enough to make any decision, right? Secondly, the aim of the game is for us to unlock the submit form objective. And the way we unlock that is we have to get 50 submit forms in a 7 to 10 day rolling period. So we need to have enough budget to get 50 conversions. And we do that by running a view content or clicks campaign, right? We'll go into that in more detail, but okay, at least you've started, right? You need to know the strategy, which we'll go into when I release the videos on this. But if you want to message me direct, I can like give you some upfront help. Okay. If you want to message me direct on the platform, I'll give you some upfront. I'll give you some guidance on that, and we can do that together. Okay. So Justin Hawk says, Matrix have said that thank you page is dynamic, but they asked me to input response question mark order if TikTok allow keywords. Okay, cool. So then you need to put that in the keyword section as we went through just now, right? So instead of the whole URL, just put that as a keyword. Then that should be cool. When we teach us the 6 ad campaigns. Yeah, Justin Hawks, that'll be coming this week. Justin, the last question, that'll be coming this week. Yeah, I'll be setting up my test campaign this week. Oh, Chad, okay, you're administrator. Okay, cool. I see a couple of people have just joined and we're almost finished. So we started an hour and a half ago. So I'll upload the recording after this. Okay, so a recap, we went over today the ad account side of things, agency account, how to apply for Smart Financial, the offer that we've partnered with. And I went through a tutorial on how to set up the TikTok pixel and the web events. I'll be releasing the recording of that later on today, so you can go through that again. No matter what ad account type you're trying to set up, I would recommend creating the account in whatever country you're in. Even if you can't target the US, create it just so you can learn how to set up the pixel. You know, the more you do something, the more you'll learn, the better you'll get at it. Chad's got one more question. For the Smart Financial offer, set up the campaign, should we set clicks or conversions as, yeah, we always want to do conversions as the target objective in the campaign. And it should allow you to select as the event or the objective to be view content. If it doesn't, then you need to do the one before that, which is clicks. But in any event that we are trying to unlock, we only need to get 50 before it allows us to set that as the objective, right? And our goal is to unlock this submit form objective as the conversion in this example, in this case. So Chad, you can message me on Facebook so we can go into more detail on that, right? So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this webinar today. As we said, after the post I made yesterday, every challenge and case study video is going to be recorded and released every day from now on. And these sessions will be more of a Q&A session. So we can have a better way of creating, delivering the content and then having extended Q&As at this time. So I'm going to be creating and releasing this content from tomorrow onwards. Super excited to do that. And then we'll have the same Q&As at the same time every day. Okay. So, all right. If anyone has any more questions, send me a message through the AFLabs platform and we can talk there. Okay. Thank you guys. And yeah, talk soon.